Hi everyone, this video is for people who have an Aries Ascendant, but focuses more on the Descendant. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check the video description below and I'll explain everything in those videos that are linked. So on one end, you're like a rocket. Nothing's going to stop you. You're just going to go as fast as you can. You're just going to do things. You're not going to stop and think about things. And on the other end, you need someone to slow you the fuck down. You're like, I know who I am, I know what's what, I know who everybody else is, I know how to have fun, I know how to be an individual, I fucking know what's what, and I don't need to try and relate to other people. I don't need to try and compromise myself or do any of this stuff. I don't need to try and relate to other people. I don't really care about talking to people at my job. If you want to be my friend, then cool, let's have fun. Let's play Call of Duty or something. But we don't need to sit here and try to figure each other out or anything like that. I don't need to really know about you. I either want to be thinking about myself, I want to be thinking about work, or I want to be thinking about having fun with my friends. I don't understand why people need to compromise who they are and become like half of a person and just like sacrifice their identity just to make friends. You're sitting around and you're waiting for everyone else to get ready and you're like, come on people, why can't we just go? We're wasting time. We don't need to try and figure out what to wear. We need to just go. Just don't even think about it. Just put your clothes on. Why do you care what people think you look like? Like, I came out of the womb fucking looking good, so I don't understand why I would need to take time trying to make myself look better. I know how to put my makeup on. It takes like 10 minutes. And unless I'm like really nervous about something and I'm in a group that makes me feel completely uncomfortable, I'm not gonna go out of my way to try and look so good and try and sound smart and try to make everybody like me, because you know what? I'm just me and people are gonna like me either way. You don't think you need to try and make other people like you. You think other people are all codependent and shit and you're fucking independent. You don't really care what other people are doing. Like, if they're being weird, then sure, that's funny. You can get a good laugh out of it, but you know, whatever, that's their business. You don't need to talk about it or anything like that. You don't need to gossip, really. You're like, oh, people do their thing and I do my thing. I'm gonna mind my own fucking business, okay? If someone wants to lick their cat, then let them do it. I don't understand why people have to get all involved in other people's business. You don't have to stop them. You don't have to stop someone from molesting a hobo. I don't know. I don't know why you would judge someone for doing that. I don't understand why everyone has to be all judgmental all the time. You're not the law. It's not your business. You might think you know what's what, but you don't really understand trying to make things right in the world. Everybody else is doing it. Everybody else is like the social police telling people they wore the wrong shoes or whatever, and you're just not gonna do it. You're gonna let other people do it, and you're not gonna be a part of it. Even if the rest of your chart is like a bunch of craziness, you tend to think you're pretty simple and you're not all that complex and you don't really need to lie about anything because, hey, this is you, you're just there. Other people are a little bit wishy-washy and indecisive, and they can't really figure out who they are because they're so busy trying to relate to other people. I think that in your relationships, no matter how much you think you're the alpha and the dominant one and the boss of the other person, it never works out that way. The other person is your leader. The other person really has the authority. Even if you don't realize it, it's like in a very subtle way, and they kind of keep you in check because, let's face it, you're kind of like reckless and you do things without thinking and you're really impatient. So you end up with someone who is very careful, usually very beautiful and intelligent. You need the person you're involved with to be the one to do the careful thinking. I'm not saying you're dumb and you can't think, because your ascendant doesn't really have a lot to do with your intellect, but you just, a lot of times, you don't want to have to be the one to think. It's pretty rare for you to have your guard up because for the most part you feel pretty confident about situations. But when you don't like someone, you're pretty much gonna charm the shit out of them. You're gonna be super friendly and you're just gonna seem really nice. And that's usually what you do when you don't want to bother with people. You just put up this front like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm your good pal. Yeah, I'm here to help you. If you're playing a video game that requires teamwork with an Aries rising, they're kind of just going to go off and do their own thing. And as long as they stay alive, they're not really going to care about what you're doing. And they don't really understand that they're being an asshole. They're just going to be like, well, why couldn't you keep yourself alive? You know, if there were too many mobs for you to fight, then why didn't you just run away like I did? A lot of people think they're also annoyingly competitive because they're like, oh, you're just not as good at this game as I am. That's not my problem. Sorry everyone about the baby crying in the background. My husband was taking care of her. I kept running in and out from recording the video to go make sure she wasn't hungry or she didn't need me for whatever reason. Sometimes it just can't really be helped, you know, unless I wait for her to go to sleep. But I'm really tired today, so I kind of want to go to sleep at the same time she does. Thanks for watching my video. You can add me on Facebook if you want. Um, I started this thing where people who follow my and Alyssa's channels can add their picture to my page so we can see what everyone looks like based on their ascendant, their sun sign, and their midheaven. And that's been really fun. I really like seeing everyone, and I know we have so many amazing, interesting, awesome people who follow our channels. So that made me really happy doing that. And we got a ton of messages in one day, and they're still like coming in constantly. And I'm all for that. But just be patient, please, because it takes a long time to upload them all. And I'm probably from now on only going to add one picture per day. So I will get to yours eventually, don't worry, but it could take a while. And I feel a lot better about my Facebook page now that it's not just all about me, because believe it or not, I'm kind of shy and I feel like awkward posting pictures of myself. And it's so much nicer to have all these pictures of everyone else there. So if you're shy too, you know, I hope you can feel a little bit more confident. And if there's a part of you that would like to have your picture shared on my page, I encourage you to come out of your shell and just do it, because you know, I think we have a really great community here, and no one's gonna insult you because I won't let them.